This is an air atlas from United Airlines. It is poster sized. It's from 1966. Here's the mileage from city to city. And if you can see down here, I don't know if you can see it, it says 8/66. 1966. I got this off eBay. If you wanted to buy one, you could look on eBay and buy one too. It gives a lot of interesting information along with the airplanes they flew at the time. It lists a couple interesting things. Total, by 1969, all our jet fleet will include total jets 330. Now, another interesting thing before I show you the big map, and there's more information on here. Let's see. Something I wanted to note. They give you some general information about flying and the land beneath us, about the air pressure, all about water, all about ice, and all about the wind. It's interesting to note they say wind creates and constantly shifts sand dunes. It also picks up fantastic amounts of soil, distributing it over the land and over water areas. In 1934, one single windstorm blew 300 million tons of dust from dry western plains, carrying much of it eastward into the Atlantic Ocean. So, that's the side note. Here is the map, 1966. There's the full view. And if we look closer, there's some, some destinations in the upper west coast, and most of these flights here are either go to Denver or they're transcontinental. Chicago is a big destination, and the East Coast had flights. 330 planes, that's all they had at the time. Now, my point is that if you saw contrails in 1966, which there were, and you can look this up historically, times this by the amount of flights and destinations and airplanes flown today in 2015. If you go to their current website, you can find a map of this, and it will look like a bundled up spider web. You can barely denote the destinations. And also interesting to note is that during this time in 1966, how many flights did they have from Los Angeles to New York? Probably not many, maybe one or two a day, max. You look at it today, I don't know, go look it up. See how many see how many flights they have from Los Angeles to New York today. And, there weren't many in the Midwest. They mostly flew over the Midwest. They stopped in Denver. That's really about it. There's a couple in Salt Lake. Denver was the one. There's absolutely none in Texas. None in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi. New Orleans had 2. Florida had a few. New York had the most, which is what you would expect. Their hub at the time looked like to be Chicago or Denver. I'm not sure of the history, but that's my point. That's my point. If there were contrails at this time the map was made, you'd see a few, because there were a few planes flying at that time, long distances. Now, if you look at a map now, at the increased destinations, the increase in planes, the increase in airports, it's like a zigzag. It's a zigzag. And there's many more planes flying all the time. So you will see more contrails. Thank you. Bye-bye.